The room was loud with anger. Lawmakers shouted. Cameras flashed. And in the middle of it all stood a woman who was told she did not belong there. Ilhan Omar, a refugee who once fled war with her family, was now being publicly targeted inside the United States Congress. Death threats followed her everywhere. Some called her un-American. Others demanded she be removed from office. But Ilhan Omar did not step back. She stood still, calm, and unafraid. Her story begins far from Washington, D.C. Ilhan Omar was born in Somalia, a country torn apart by civil war. As a child, she saw violence, fear, and loss up close. When the war became unbearable, her family fled. They lived in a refugee camp in Kenya for years, surviving on hope more than comfort. Eventually, the United States accepted them, and Ilhan arrived in America as a refugee with almost nothing. She did not speak fluent English at first. She struggled in school. But she listened, learned, and observed. She saw how power worked and how voices like hers were often ignored. Instead of staying silent, she chose to speak louder. Education became her weapon. Community work became her mission. Ilhan Omar entered politics not to gain fame, but to challenge a system she believed was unfair. In 2018, she made history by becoming one of the first Muslim women elected to the U.S. Congress. She wore her hijab proudly on the House floor, breaking traditions that had excluded women like her for decades. To some, she became a symbol of progress. To others, she became a target. Controversy followed her every move. Her statements on foreign policy, human rights, and power structure sparked national debates. Critics attacked her background, her religion, and her loyalty. Supporters saw courage. Opponents saw threat. Few politicians in modern America have faced such intense scrutiny so quickly. What makes Ilhan Omar's story powerful is not perfection, but resilience. She continued to speak about issues many feared to touch: war, inequality, and the influence of power. Even when censured, even when threatened, she refused to disappear. She reminded the world that democracy is not comfortable. It is loud, messy, and sometimes painful. From a refugee camp to Congress, Ilhan Omar's journey challenges the idea of who gets to lead. Her story forces America to look at itself and ask hard questions about identity, belonging, and freedom of speech. Love her or criticize her, one truth remains undeniable. Ilhan Omar changed the conversation. And once a conversation changes, history never stays the same.